Right now, a municipality is not required to give any of their residents outside the EPA standard of the Safe Drinking Water Act. And municipalities don't report all the contaminants in the water supply anyway. Why? Because the EPA has a laundry list of unregulated contaminants. And if the EPA has a laundry list of unregulated contaminants, we have viruses and bacteria, as I've mentioned before, that are absolutely in our water supply that's unregulated. How do you think COVID passed? I'm convinced the COVID virus was passed on to us through our drinking water. Everybody was locked down. Masks were worn. People didn't go anywhere. And COVID still spread like wildfire. Why? Because of our drinking water. I'm convinced of it. Something else. When you have a contaminant candidate list, the EPA has what they call a contaminant candidate list. And that, it changes every 5 years. And there's certain municipalities that partake in monitoring for these contaminant candidate lists and report back to the EPA. Now, back to the mobile home park. The mobile home park, what standards are they, making a mobile home park meet that a municipality doesn't have to meet? They're mandating them outside of EPA guidelines. And so I'm hoping and I expect that this law is going to be challenged, not because I'm against the safe drinking water. I think chlorination and monitoring for bacteria, the E. coli and coliform bacteria, that's easy and that's affordable and you can do that. I'm talking about if you got to do a water filtration system and you have to provide basically soft water, the infrastructure and the type of equipment that has to, you have to use, you're talking between anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000 in filtration equipment alone. Then you have to have the infrastructure, or you have to have a wastewater access, so the water softeners, wastewater can go someplace. So what that means is that majority of these mobile home parks, and I'm just recapping here, where the water supplies the park, they have no septic, they have no leach field. So you're going to have to add a leach field to handle the wastewater. When you have a municipal water supply, they have both water treatment and wastewater side. And when a municipal system has to upgrade its infrastructure, it passes a bond measure and passes the burden on to the citizen. Here, this law basically says the mobile home park operator, you can't pass the burden on to anybody. You have to absorb all the cost yourself. And I'm just concerned that that's not going to be a reliable thing that's going to happen. Now,